very first time that I saw you, boy, it was a warm and sunny day. All I know is that I wanted you. I really hope you look my way. You smiled at me so warm and sweet, I could not speak. You made me feel like a little bitty girl. What do you do to me?
How important do you feel like you were to her career blossoming who she is?
How important?
Yeah.
If I didn't exist, she wouldn't exist.
Show your face. Show your face, please. With sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, if you've been tuned in, then y'all know it's been a roller coaster the past few days after learning that former 1017 artist Enchanting has tragically passed away. When it first happened, it was mixed reports, where some say she was gone, but then others said that she wasn't. She was on life support. Then after a few hours after announcing she was on life support, the tragic news would be released by an affiliate by the name of Little CJ Casino, where he would inform the world via Instagram that the family pulled the plug and Enchanting was now officially deceased. Now, yes, the situation happened about 2 days ago, and while everyone rushed to do videos on it, I made it my business to wait because I told y'all I wanted to see what would unfold, and it was a lot of weird stuff involving her passing, and it seemed like it was foul play involved. Now, I don't know enough to say who exactly did anything, but all we can go off of is the information we were told, as well as information that the people who was close to Enchanting have offered on social media. One of those people happened to be a guy by the name of Johnny Dam. Johnny is significant to the situation because he was the last person Enchanting was known to be around, and he was actually the first person to alert the world that Enchanting was in fact fighting for her life while she was on life support. Now, as soon as he would upload a video of him in the hospital, almost immediately social media had become suspicious of Johnny and wondering why in the world would he be in the hospital going live if the girl he loves is in the hospital on life support. Then with social media being social media, they will also dig up old footage of Johnny just a year ago doing an interview with Boss Talk 101 podcast, where he basically seemed salty and felt as if it wasn't for him, she would have no career.
How important do you feel like you were to her career blossoming who she is?
How important?
Yeah.
If I didn't exist, she wouldn't exist.
Some would say that Johnny gives off the vibes as if he's someone that's either a hater and or jealous. Now, with all that being said, one thing's for sure and two things for certain: when someone speaks ill of you like this, in Caribbean households, they will advise you to never go back around them again because you never know their intentions. You don't eat from them, you don't drink from them, nothing. Because you just never know the level they'll go to do something to you due to the built up malice that they have in their heart for you. Even if you get back cool with someone like that, I wouldn't trust it because people like that seem like they just have a chip on their shoulder. They seem like they can't be trusted because they'll always have that ulterior motive because they feel like you owe them something. Now, when the situation first occurred, it wasn't clear what happened to Enchanting. All everybody knew was that she was on life support, which left people wondering why. However, almost immediately it was a rumor put out there that Enchanting OD'd, and that's been the story ever since. But that's up until now, because after a bunch of allegations have been thrown out there on social media, the mysterious question that people was wondering is who gave Enchanting any substance that would cause her to OD. Now, if Enchanting took anything on her own that caused her to reach her demise, then that's another story. But if someone gave her a substance willingly that caused her to lose her life, then whoever that person is will be charged with her passing. So with that in mind, if someone did give her something, hypothetically speaking, let's be real, nobody's going to willingly own up and admit that they were the ones that gave Enchanting anything. But social media being social media, quickly pointed the finger at Johnny, being that he was the only one around her at the time of her demise and gave the world the tragic news about her being on life support. Then Johnny would make matters worse when social media pointed out the fact that while everyone was mourning the loss of Enchanting, Johnny would allegedly try to capitalize off the situation and promote music to his Instagram story. In one of the story posts, he would say, quote, "We have over 1,000 unreleased songs between 2017 and 2020. Not including the 6 albums already available, it's definitely not over, Enchanted forever," and he included an Apple Music link for people to click. Now, whether he was trying to capitalize off her death or not, one thing we can all agree is that it was definitely bad timing trying to promote any music when Enchanting literally just lost her life. Johnny will also post text messages between him and Enchanting dating back to June 2nd and June 4th, in efforts to show people that him and Enchanting was back together despite what people thought and what happened in the past. Now here's where things begin to get strange. Social media felt despite what Johnny said, he seemed suspect, and people began bashing him in the comments of his IG post. One user would say, quote, "You unalived her." Another user would say, quote, "So you waited 1 hour after her heart stopped beating to call an ambulance, huh?" Another user would say, quote, "I pray you go to jail ASAP. You will reap what you sow." Then lastly, another user would say, quote, "You gonna get yours. You took my twin, bro. Oh my God, I can't even say what I really want to say." Now it's just a bunch of comments clearly indicating that people feel he's behind her demise. But to be totally fair, you do have people that also feel Johnny tried to save her, but she ended up losing her life to withdrawals and not ODing. And we'll get to that part in a few of why she stated withdrawals instead of ODing. But anyway, the user would say, quote, "It's sad y'all want to get a man arrested that put someone on, got both of them out the worst hood in Fort Worth, got left, came back, and tried to save an ex from drugs that died from fighting withdrawals with a mixed combination of substances. Do y'all hear how this sounds? At Johnny Damn D, praying for you." Now a blogger by the name of Most Hated Blogger would take things a bit further. Being one of the ones that feel Johnny isn't as innocent as he appears, the platform will hit him up in the DM and ask why would he allegedly take Enchanting's life. It's a lot to read, so I'll just post the screenshots here for y'all and stop at any time to fully read whatever you wish to. Check it out. Now, automatically, once I seen this, my first reaction was, why is Johnny over-explaining himself? Right? If you aren't guilty, why are you over-explaining yourself to somebody you don't know? Why are you over-explaining yourself to a stranger? But judging from what he stated, him and Enchanting have made up with each other and got back together as she was staying with him for about 7 days. The point of her staying with him is that she recently signed a new deal and was working on a project that she wanted his help with, and he was helping her get clean. In the messages, he also included that Enchanting allegedly didn't pass away from ODing, and she actually passed away from withdrawals instead. So once again, none of us can or cannot confirm what the cause of death actually was because no one was present except for Johnny. So we'll just have to wait for a toxicology and autopsy report and all that good stuff. Now, interesting enough, it would be brought to our attention by Space TV that Johnny was later hit with a cease and desist letter by Enchanting's family on the grounds of defamation. I'm gonna post both documents so y'all can read them for yourselves and pause at any time to get the full understanding. Check this out. Now let's point something out in the documents, right? It says, quote, "And to further support Miss Larry's defamation claim against you regarding drug use, addiction, and or abuse, you falsely and publicly reported to paramedics in Dallas, Texas that Miss Larry had oxycodone and heroin in her system." Now another part would say, quote, "The public now believes that Miss Larry is allegedly deceased because of a drug overdose." So, is the family saying that it wasn't due to an overdose and Johnny lied to the paramedics? I don't know. Alright? Now before I get off here, I would like to share a message that a medium who is a spiritual advisor shared concerning this situation. Some people believe in spiritual advisors and some don't, but for the ones that do, this is for y'all. Get in the comments and let us know what y'all think about what the lady says in this Facebook post. Now a lady by the name of Sa Marcia Malone would take to her Facebook to say, quote, "Enchanting pressing me to say something, so I'ma say something. She did not OD. She was killed because she was in a love triangle and whoever the main person she was dating was mad as F about this ish because she was planning on leaving him. Slipping something in her drink was the easiest way to get away with it, but I've been seeing this since yesterday when I first saw a picture and I had no idea who she was. I did a reading on it and all. Whoever can get it to her sister and them, make sure they do a very thorough autopsy. Check all of her phone records, all of her social media messages, and make sure they do a pregnancy test. I don't care if I get backlash for this at this point, I'm listening to her. She gave me the okay to speak on her behalf, so here it is. I don't want to blame her BF, but he was the first person to say she was dead before she was really dead, and my spirit felt funny reading his post. Confirmation came after I seen the post that's going viral with her and them dudes. She deserves justice, and she won it because she wasn't ready to die. And if y'all get mad at me, I don't care because my hand's good as F. And I know all of this because she had me do a reading on it. She keeps showing me a heart necklace, I don't know why, but yeah. Now y'all take that for what it's worth. Now whether you feel it was foul play or not, a lot of sources that was close to Enchanting feel something isn't right. And you have people making Facebook posts stating that justice will be served, which is an indication they feel it was foul play involved. Another red flag is also the friction between Enchanting's family and Johnny, where it went as far as him being hit with a cease and desist letter. We did 2 lives pointing out more stuff about the situation, so if y'all want to know more about it, go on the page and click the lives. I'll leave it at the end of this video so y'all could just click it when the video is done. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.